Cowboy Classics with Scott Paladin. Tonight, some little bug. In these days of indigestion, it is oftentimes a question as to what to eat and what to leave alone, for each microbe and bacillus has a different way to kill us, and in time they always claim us for their own. There are germs of every kind in any food that you can find in the market or upon the bill of fare. Drinking water is just as risky as the so-called deadly whiskey, and it's often a mistake to breathe the air. Some little bug is going to find you someday. Some little bug will creep behind you someday. Then he'll send for his bug friends, and all your earthly trouble ends. Some little bug is going to find you someday. The inviting green cucumber gets most everybody's number, while the green corn has a system of its own. Though a radish seems nutritious, its behavior is quite vicious, and a doctor will be coming to your home. Eating lobster, cooked or plain, is only flirting with ptomaine, while an oyster sometimes has a lot to say, but the clams we got in chowder make the angels chant the louder, for they know that we'll be with them right away. Take a slice of nice fried onion and you're fit for Dr. Munyon. Apple dumplings kill you quicker than a train. Chew a cheesy midnight rabbit, and a grave you'll soon inhabit. Ah, to eat it all is such a foolish game. Eating huckleberry pie is a pleasing way to die, while sauerkraut brings on the softening of the brain. When you eat banana fritters, every undertaker titters, and the casket maker just nearly go insane. Some little bug is going to find you someday. Some little bug will creep behind you someday. With a nervous little quiver, he'll give cirrhosis of the liver. Some little bug is going to find you someday. When the cold storage vaults I visit, I can only say, what is it makes poor mortals fill their systems with such stuff? Now, for breakfast, prunes are dandy. If a stomach bump is handy, and your doctor can be found quite soon enough, eat a plane of fine pig's knuckles, and the headstone cutter chuckles while the gravedigger makes a note upon his cuff. Eat that lovely red bologna, and you'll wear a wooden kimono as your relatives start straightening round your stuff. Some little bug is going to find you someday. Some little bug will creep behind you someday. Eating juicy sliced pineapple makes the sexton dust the chapel. Some little bug is going to find you someday. All those crazy foods they mix will float us across the river Styx, or they'll start us climbing up the Milky Way. And the meals we eat in courses mean a hearse and 2 black horses. So before a meal, some people always pray. Luscious grapes bleed appendicitis, and the juice leads to gastritis. So there's only death to greet us either way. And fried liver's nice, but mind you, friends will soon ride slow behind you, and the papers will have nice things to say. Some little bug is going to find you someday. Some little bug will creep behind you someday. Eat some sauce, they call it chili. On your breast they'll place a lily. Some little bug is going to find you someday. Thank you for joining us for Cowboy Classics with Scott Paladin. Our work tonight was Some Little Bug by Roy Atwell. I have been your host, Scott Paladin. This has been a production of the Library of Cursed Knowledge Podcast Network.